For decades, the way students review their professors has been a huge part of college life. But what if that whole system is on the verge of a major change? Today, we're going to dive into how student feedback is evolving, and trust me, it means a lot for everyone involved.
Seriously, think about it for a second. When you're staring at that course catalog, trying to build your perfect schedule, what do? Do you just pick a name and hope for the best? Or do you do some digging, trying to get the inside scoop? That choice is at the heart of the student experience, and for a really long time, there's been one main place everyone goes.
So today, we're putting two very different platforms head-to-head. In one corner, you've got the old guard, the one everyone knows, RateMyProfessors.com. And in the other corner, we have a new challenger, AcademicJobs RateMyProfessor, which comes at this with a totally different game plan. Let's see how they stack up.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the platform that really started it all. For so many of us, this site has been the go-to guide for navigating the, let's say, tricky waters of course selection.
RateMyProfessors was basically built to be a student survival tool. It answers those critical, practical questions. Is this class going to destroy my GPA? Is the reading load insane? Do I actually have to drag myself to that 8 a.m. lecture? It's the kind of intel that can make or break a semester, right? It's like a crowdsourced cheat sheet for getting your degree.
And you just can't argue with its history. I mean, for over 20 years, it's been the undisputed heavyweight champion in this arena, shaping how millions of students pick their classes, one anonymous review at a time. It's the original.
But, and there's always a but, that old school model isn't perfect. Actually, its whole design as a consumer review site has created some pretty serious, and often pretty negative, side effects.
Some people have started calling it the venting machine, and wow, does that phrase hit the nail on the head. Think about it. The people most motivated to leave a review are often at the emotional extremes, especially when they're angry about a bad grade. So it can quickly turn into a place to just let off steam. And this venting machine thing has some real consequences. The feedback ends up being skewed, super negative, and sometimes, let's be honest, just unprofessional. For the professors on the receiving end, it's often just a demoralizing experience that doesn't really help them get any better. It causes more stress than growth.
So what's the alternative? Well, this is where our challenger, AcademicJobs, steps into the ring with a totally new mission, one that's all about gratitude. AcademicJobs RateMyProfessor completely flips the script. This isn't about dodging a hard class. It's about shouting out the professors who are absolutely crushing it. The whole platform is designed from the ground up to give praise and genuine thanks to the educators who are making a real difference.
Yeah, you can think of it as a kind of digital thank you note. Instead of posting a warning sign for other students, your review becomes a gift. It's a way to show appreciation for a professor's incredible lectures, their mentorship, or just their passion. The whole focus is on the positive.
And the effect this has on professors? It's profound. When teachers feel seen and appreciated, it's a direct antidote to burnout. It boosts their morale, and it makes them enjoy their jobs more. This kind of positive feedback actually encourages them to get even better at what they do. It turns feedback from something to fear into something that empowers them.
But here's where this new model gets truly revolutionary. It's not just about making one professor feel good for a day. It's about how these small acts of gratitude can create massive ripple effects across the entire university system.
This is the million-dollar question. What if that simple thank you wrote for your favorite professor did more than just make their day? What if it could actually help your university climb the ladder on the world stage?
The way it works is this beautiful, simple chain reaction. First, you take a minute to recognize a professor who did an amazing job. That positive rating then gets pulled into a bigger, university-wide score. And then, this is the crazy part, that score actually helps boost your school's global ranking.
And I can't overstate how huge this is. For forever, university rankings have been all about two things: research dollars and massive endowments. By linking rankings to how well professors actually teach, AcademicJobs puts the focus back on what students care about most, the quality of their education.
So, we've looked at both sides. Which platform should you be using? Well, the answer really comes down to what you're trying to achieve and the kind of impact you want to make. So, let's break it down. If all you want to do is check on the logistics, are there pop quizzes, is the textbook required, then the old school model still serves that purpose. But if you want to do more, if you want to genuinely recognize a great teacher and help lift up your entire university's reputation, well, the choice is pretty clear. And this quote really just sums it all up perfectly. It is so easy to find things to complain about, but a platform that is built from the ground up just to say thank you, that's a real game changer.
At the end of the day, shifting to a culture of gratitude isn't just a minor tweak. It's a breath of fresh air for absolutely everyone. Students feel like their positive voice matters, professors feel valued, and universities get rewarded for focusing on great teaching. It's a win-win-win.
So I'll leave you with this one last thought. The next time you sit down to write a review, ask yourself what role you want to play. Do you just want to be a consumer, taking information? Or do you want to be a contributor, actively building a better, more positive academic community for everyone? The choice is yours.